To summarize, okay. In my group, I think we are all represented here, the three communities, that is, Palestinian, Israeli, and international. So in the beginning, we had actually given two topics. One is leadership as empowerment for the majority, and the other one is empowerment for leadership. So there was a little bit of a discussion in the beginning, which topic would we take? Then finally we opted to put them together, and we came up with empowerment for leadership and its multiplier effect on the majority. Then later on with the discussion, because we started discussing that all of us, by the actual fact that we are present in this encounter, there is a certain leadership in us, in each one of us, and that one we cannot deny. All of us who have come here, we are leaders, but we cannot keep to ourselves this privilege, this opportunity. We need to share this gift to other people under us. So if you're a student like Fadi, he's doing masters in psychology in Haifa University, he cannot keep this gift to himself. He has to look at the people around him, maybe create a group, in order to pass on his empowerment as a leader. So the same thing with me. I work in an organization for education, same thing. So now our topic has come longer, but it is empowerment for leadership for both communities and joining hands to have a multiplier effect on the majority. Thank you.
I'm Omri from Gilon, Jerusalem. So we were talking about several subjects. First is in the psychological, personal level, how to restart hope at grassroots level. How can people be more hopeful, restore hope to themselves in order to give them powers to continue working for peace. The second one is leaders and promising leaders need encouragement. So this is like the leaders also need leadership sometimes, because everyone is a leader but also needs some support, and needs more experienced people that can help them continue forward. Enabled young need more leaders. Basically, trying to make and develop some young leadership, and not only old leadership. Online connections enable borderless meetings. Fear is not an obstacle. For example, if people are afraid of going to certain territories for security reasons or everything, in the internet it's no problem. There's nothing that cannot be done in the internet. This obstacle does not exist in the internet. People just can talk with everyone. And this is the online connections is borderless. It can be done from anywhere to anywhere without limits. It's a very powerful tool for making all of this work. Bring leaders from each side together in networking and pairing up projects, for example. This is basically what you also have been talking about, just trying to share the information, share the ideas, and trying to build stuff through the internet for projects for people from all sides. Also, education of self-awareness, relations, respect, inner peace, listening, understanding together. Basically, trying to work for developing of the educational programs, and that is based on self-education, self-awareness, listening, respect, mutual respect, and understanding. Also, yeah, we were like brainstorming. Yeah, this is better training to enable grassroots to make impact delegating. I don't remember what we said about that. Yeah. Yeah. It's like technical stuff like grant writing, tutorials, project development, mentors, and political empowerment. So we need this opportunity to bring all this up, bottom up, to the political system in order to make any change. And the last thing is what we call simplification, project creation. So just how to make this project run better and make everything.
We were asked to consider how do you create a leadership training program that would be basically a web-based training program. And what kind of resources would we need, and how would we get funding? And to approach the question, we decided to go backwards. We decided to act as if we were the NGO with money, and the group here was coming to us to say, will you fund us? And the first question we have is, well, you know, there are a lot of training programs that are online today. There are a lot of groups that have training. There are a lot of training programs available. What will make you different? Why is it that we should give money to you when there's already other training programs on site? And then, so the question that we think the group has to answer next is, okay, what is it that makes what we do different than what other people are doing? And that one is not as clear to us for defining. You know, we would ask, as the people funding this, we would ask, what outcome do you expect from all of this activity? How will we know that you've been successful after we've given you money? How will we know that you have leaders doing something that we think should be done? Which raises then the questions of, okay, for our training program, what are the goals? What are the objectives? What do we hope to achieve at the end of all this training? We will have people who will have gone through a leadership program, and I can tell you that there are really lots of leadership programs out there that are quite effective, but what are the tools that we need in order to obtain our objectives? We don't know until we know what the objectives are. And then we can define what characteristics we're looking for our leaders, and we can decide what kind of tools we need to develop those. And it may be simply that we need a simple toolbox for how do you organize a community meeting? How do you go about knocking on doors saying to somebody, would you like to join me in this? But I don't know what activities we really have in mind for these leaders. So it was very difficult for us to, well, our recommendation then is, in order to develop a leadership program online, you're really going to have to step back and define what objectives you're trying to achieve through these leaders.
Hi, I'm Annie, and this is my nice group here. We had the same task that you did, and we took it to another side, but at the end we agreed that the first thing in the leadership program is to define the objectives. What do you want to do? That's the basics. And once you know what you want to do with your leadership, what you want to transmit, you have to get a little capacitation on the issues you want to treat in your organization or as a leader. Then, of course, you have to find people to work with you and maybe redefine the objectives, because more people have more ideas. And then develop a program. We thought that you should develop content and frameworks, and then keep on learning things to transmit to the people you are sort of, how do you say, being their leader, serving them or trying to guide them. And we thought that in the online framework, we have forums to share ideas and objectives and everything, and we can also bring a little bit of reading material, like from newspapers or from the academics or things like that. And then it's, of course, very important to keep on meeting online or on person and sharing, meeting with other leaders and other organizations and learning from the others' experience. Like, we should use the knowledge of other people that are in the same track. And that's pretty much it.